Good morning guys, how are we doing? Today is the 17th of August and it is rainy and cold, which means it's going to be awfully fun trying to get things done today. Not gonna lie. Why is that bucket not catching any water? I'm gonna have to water that one myself, I think. But all our beetroot's looking not too bad. I'm not gonna lie, we did a good job on that. So I was kind of thinking there's a new challenge out of people doing, or it's a collaboration set of videos that some people are doing about you know, why just because your garden's failed or you think it's failed, it hasn't actually failed. You know, there's been a lot of people that I've seen this year, first time gardeners, you know, trying to get established, trying to get their gardens to establish, trying to get things to work, trying to get everything to happen like they see it on YouTube. And that's why, you know, I always show the good and the bad with what happens in my garden, because it doesn't always work out the way we want it to. It doesn't. Let's be honest here, you know. Gardens fail. We have no control over nature. The only control we have over nature is what we put in a pot, what seeds we choose to put in the ground, how we choose to look after them after that. That's about as much control as you're going to have. A little bit of pruning, help it along, but you know what? You haven't got any control. You haven't. It's nature. To prove that, we have this outside. It's the middle of August. It's actually 13 degrees this morning, Celsius. It's freezing. This year my tomatoes have not yet set fruit. Some of them have, some of them haven't. But a lot of them haven't. And the reason they haven't is because it's too cold for the bloody pollinators. So at some point today, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hand pollinate what flowers are open. Oh, we got a bee. We got a bee. And our bee is going to be allowed to go and do its job. Right, we have a few fruit. They're coming on. Our little ox heart's down there, finally starting to blush. But at the end of the day, once everything's in, I have no control of what's going to happen. I really, yeah, there's my other tripod. I have some filming to do, can you tell? So, I think the first lesson of, you know, gardening is give up control. That's my first lesson in gardening. Give up control. Give up the want to control everything. If you're an OCD person, understand that nature doesn't give a shit. She don't. She doesn't care. She's not interested. As far as she's concerned, your OCD is bullshit. If you are scared of bees, they don't care. They have a job to do and they're going to go and do it anyway, whether you like it or not. Oh, what's going on with this? Oh. What are you doing in there? You are not allowed. Get. Oh my god. I have some stuff I'm getting for the slugs today. Oh. Yuck. Going inside, it's cold, it's wet. We can finish this conversation in there. But yeah, so Mother Nature really doesn't care what you think or whatever. She's got plans of her own. She's going to take them on. She's going to do what she feels is necessary for her and what she needs to do for the earth, whether it's good, bad, indifferent or otherwise. And that's just the way it is. Oh, far out. It is nippy out there. It is. And we can pretend all we like that we're in charge of our gardens. But we're really, really not. We're not. All we're in charge of is maintenance. That's it. It's kind of like being a manager at a company. You are in charge of making sure that those underneath you, those you look after, those you are managing, are happy. And it's up to you to build them confidence. So you have to feed them in whatever way that takes, you know, the best way possible to do. So that, you know, you give them situations they're not necessarily natural to them and make them make the most of it. You know, it's not natural for tomatoes to grow in a 10-litre bucket, but you make the most of it. And you get them to make the most of it. It's not natural for a person to sit in a 32nd floor of a 100th floor building for 8 hours a day. But as a manager, you make it work. You make it work for them. You make your people gain confidence, and if you're not, you need to look at what your managerial skills are. I'm just saying. Okay. But yeah, we're not in charge of the garden. Nature is, always has been, always will be. It's all very well planting two of whatever you want, but don't expect to get much out of it. And I know it can be disheartening, as it can be in anything in life when it doesn't work out the first time. But do you give up? You know? Did we give up the first time we fell off our bikes? No, we got back up on our bike and we kept going. We tried again, and we tried again, and we tried again, and then all of a sudden we're riding off left, right and centre. You know, as soon as we can wake up in the morning, get our clothes on, throw breakfast down us and we're off. That's what people do. So we get up, we keep going. Somewhere down the line we forget about that. Somewhere down the line we forget how to pick ourselves up. And it's at that point you get to say to yourself, right, it's time to look at what actually makes me happy. What makes me happy? And I should be doing that. Yes, it's a risk, but it's a risk doing anything. It's a risk planting a garden. It's one of the biggest risks you can possibly take. It's planting a garden. Well, if you're willing to take the risk of planting a garden, why can't you take one on yourself? Wouldn't you work? If you left your job tomorrow and went to do the thing that makes you happiest, wouldn't you work 10 times as hard to make that work for you because it makes you so happy? And so, because you have to do it, and it has to work, right? Look, I still have dirt under my nails, probably from yesterday. It is, I haven't had my shower yet. I need to go and have a shower in a bit. But yeah, put in the risk. You're already risking something. If you've got a garden, you already know how to risk. So take a risk in yourself. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go. I love you heaps. Take it easy. Blessings.